Hi, I'm TJ Manarino. I'm the Senior Director for Art and Design for Universal Halloween Horror Nights.
So you've been working on these Halloween Horror Nights for 21 years. How have you seen things evolve, especially from maybe a technology standpoint of what you guys can do today?
Well, it's been fantastic. You know, when 20 some years ago, we had a small number of houses. We only did a small number of nights in the month of October. You know, now we're up to 900 houses. We're like 31 nights. And it's been interesting watching technology grow, watching the guests be more passionate about horror. But the one thing that everybody really loves is that scare. So for us, as much as it's changed, we've changed technology, we've changed environments, we've changed unique stories that we've told, but it all comes back with my 21 years is that people love to be scared, and I think we're here at Halloween Horror Nights, we do it better than anybody else.
How do you guys design things so that even if someone does a repeat, it's maybe different?
Well, a lot of the way the houses are designed is much of what we call a continual story loop. As you make your way through it, we have 2 to 3 performers placed in each room. So as you enter the room, it could scare you differently than the people behind you. So anytime you enter the house could operate and function a little differently to the way that we provide you scares. But at the same time is that by the multiple type of things that we have, from scare zones to haunted houses to live shows, what we've found is our audience who comes multiple times, they have a favorite. They love the houses. They love the scare zones. I've heard people tell me that they love sitting in the streets watching other people get scared by chainsaws running down the street. So I think people find something that they really love about this event. And since we change it every year and we tell you new stories and we give you new characters, it becomes something that they love and they're familiar with, but it's new because it's something they hadn't seen before.
What's it like working with these big horror Hollywood properties like The Walking Dead, American Horror Story, Halloween?
Mhm. Working with these huge, brands like American Horror Story and Walking Dead and The Exorcist, or even Chainsaw Massacre, who's been around since the 70s. Most people who are designers with this event, like myself, are fans of horror. We love it. It's always been associated with our backgrounds and our history. I grew up with the classic monsters from Universal. So for us, we feel like we're kind of, the people who are now have the history of continuing that Universal type of brand of horror. So to be able to work with these great brands too and bring their characters to life has been fantastic. They're just as passionate about horror as we are. And for us to be able to work with them to take their great characters and environments from the TV screens or the movie and bring them to life to our audience has been a great partnership that we've been doing for quite a few years now. And it's been something that I think has not only driven us to be more excited about horror, but even these brands have come back sometimes multiple years to want to do different things with us with different properties. So I think it's a great marriage between both their worlds and our guests get the benefit of both of it.
And speaking of your own worlds, what's it like to be able to go in, for instance, with the Old West and have your own original story with ghosts?
Well, I think that's the great balance about this event uniquely is that we tell you great stories of like American Horror Story and those characters or The Walking Dead, but we at the same time we tell our own horror stories, like our own versions of Frankenstein. But Ghost Town is a great story this year that takes you to this Old West town where the miners of this kind of gold mine town basically had ravaged each other because of greed and killed everybody, and you actually go back now and see these kind of ghosts that are still tortured and have to make your way through their ghost town itself. So for us, yeah, we love it. It's exciting. Our audience who comes back multiple years really love the stories that we tell them because it's a whole new brand of horror that they're not seen before and they only can see here.